Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man. Paul George was the story of yesterday's victory for the Clippers as he had over 30 points. Kawhi was a little bit past pedestrian for Kawhi Leonard standards. He had 22 points, I think. But, at the end of the day, the Clippers got it done. I knew they would make adjustments for people that thought, "Oh man, this series is over with. The Clippers go lose it, man. Stop it. The Clippers are gonna win this series. The Clippers are gonna definitely win this series. So you have to wonder what's next for the Clippers. Basically this is their series to win as soon as possible, ASAP. Not to win, period, because they are going to win. It just matters when they're going to win. The Clippers need to try to get this over with in 5 games. Okay, you will give Denver credit for basically, putting it together to get, one victory as we know thus far. But I do think the Clippers need to say, you know what, let's wrap this up. The quicker we wrap this series up, the more time we have to rest. The Lakers are going to have their hands full with Houston. I think the Lakers still will prevail when it's all said and done. But I think Houston will give them a tough 6 or 7 game series. But I do have the Lakers, winning this series. It's going to be a interesting series with the Clippers and the Lakers, the battle of LA, escape from LA, whatever you want to call it, So, we'll see what's up. But I do think the Clippers are going to win this game. And this is the thing that I've been saying about Paul George. Paul George is capable of playing like this pretty much every night. It just seemed like he, at this point in his career, he shouldn't be having cold feet. And it just seems at times he has cold feet to demand the ball and be like, okay, let me get it going. Kawhi, give me the ball so I can take some of the weight off your shoulders and, help secure these victories. And that's all you ask of Paul George. But it just appears Paul George sometimes doesn't have that in him. Now, keep in mind, Paul George has been criticized over the years for basically not showing up in the playoffs. Now, to say the least, he's been a little bit above average, but he needs to do more. Like I said, Paul George should be at least averaging 22 to 23 points a game in these series, but he's only averaging like between 18 and 19. He needs to step it up because if Paul George plays to his capability, I don't think the Clippers can be beaten. And that's period. I'm just keeping it 100 with that bench that they got. They got firepower. Paul George plays up to his full potential and what he got paid. Also, I just think the Clippers will be very tough to deal with for any team. But nevertheless, excuse me, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.